So for number 9, we're asked to find the value of each variable and write it in decimal form rounded to the nearest tenth. So possibilities to find missing sides of right triangles, Pythagorean theorem, but we don't have two sides given, we only have one. Special right triangles would be the next option, and I do see a special right triangle because one of the angles is 60, so this angle here in the right hand corner should be 30 using the triangle sum theorem that all three angles add to 180. Therefore, we're looking at the special right triangle 30, 60, 90 using the tic-tac-toe board to organize our information here. The smaller scaled version has side lengths 1 root 3, 2. So if I look at my picture, across the 30 degrees would be, if I draw an arrow, across the 30 degrees would be the y. Across the 60 degrees, if I draw an arrow, would be the x. And therefore across the 90 is the 8 root 5. Then I look at which column, first, second, or third, has just numbers. The third column is the one with just numbers. And we're trying to find the scale factor. The 2 is the original side length, and we're saying the new side length is 8 root 5. So 2 times what scale factor gives us 8 root 5? If you're having trouble finding that, create your equation. 2 times some scale factor, I use d instead of an s because an s looks like a 5. d for dilation, and that's equal to 8 root 5. To solve for d, I would divide both sides by 2. And d is alone now, and to reduce this, we're just reducing 8 halves, which is 4. So the scale factor is 4 root 5. Therefore, I'm multiplying all top columns by 4 root 5. So to find x, I look at the column with the x, that's this middle one, and I have to multiply root 3 times 4 root 5. So to multiply roots, we first look at the whole numbers in front. There's a 1 in front here, so you multiply the whole numbers. So that's 1 times 4, which is 4. And then to multiply root 3 times root 5, you use one root symbol, and you write the product of 3 and 5 inside, so that's 15. So x is equal to 4 root 15. So to type this in, since we need it to the nearest tenth, I would type in 15 and hit the square root button. I get 3.87, blah, 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 and then times 4 equals. Rounded to the nearest tenth, it would be 15.5. So x is 15.5. And then y is, first column, 1 times the scale factor 4 root 5, or just 4 root 5. And again, if I type this into a calculator, I would hit 5, then the square root button, which gives me 2.23, blah, 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 times 4 equals, to the nearest tenth, that would be 8.9.